Here we go. A little bit of torque steer there. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at Dealer Auto Auction here in Oklahoma City for a walk-around video. Let's jump into this today and see what we can find. The very first thing I came across is a 1985 Pontiac Sunbird, also known as a J2000. It should have a 2.0 liter single overhead cam engine, and it comes in a little 3-speed, I believe, automatic or a 5-speed manual transmission. This car, I can't tell you the memories that this car brings back to me. There's a story behind this ugly car. I had one of these and it was brown, and it was really, really brown. It's got this little tiny 2-liter engine with these little fins going over the valve cover, if I remember correctly. Mine was a stick shift, and I actually packed up my wife and my daughter, and we went from Oklahoma and moved to Wilson, North Carolina in this car. I had just gotten back from the Navy, and I packed everything up and I moved my entire family. This would have been 1999, maybe, somewhere around 1999. I bought the car from a pawn shop on Southeast 15th Street in Del City called First Cash Auto Pawn. I didn't have enough money to pay for it outright, so I put it on layaway. Yes, they used to have a layaway plan. They're out of business now. But you could put a car on layaway and make payments on it, and then once you paid it off, you got the car. And this was it. This was it. I had a duck. Monkey Wrench Mike would appreciate that. I had a duck that we brought with us, a dog that was her name was Miss Royal Queen Sable. It was one of those fancy dogs that my father-in-law did not want. He bought it. It was a very expensive little dog. And he decided to send it with us. And we had a goldfish that I had named Butch. My daughter couldn't have been more than maybe 6 months, 7 months old, something like that. And we threw everything into this little car, and we proceeded to travel halfway across the country from Oklahoma to Wilson, North Carolina. We blew a head gasket somewhere in the mountains, and let me tell you something about that amazing little car. It had water mixed with, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Oh, this brings back so many memories. We popped the head gasket and we had water mixed with oil. It was bad. It was really bad. You know what? This little car, maybe it was by the grace of God, but this little car got us all the way from the doorstep we moved away from to the doorstep we were moving into. It made it. About a week or two later, we flipped the car. It had bald tires. I know, I was a kid. I was young and dumb, and you know, it is what it is. I was also very broke and poor. Following my Uncle Jack through some of the back roads, he was going faster than I could keep up with him, and I hit a corner too fast. Thankfully, my daughter was not in the car with us, as far as I can remember anyway. I think it was just my wife and I at the time. She was my first wife, and we rolled the car. We slid off the road into a ditch, and we flipped it. My uncle came back just minutes later. I mean, pretty quick. We were laying almost upside down, but still kind of on our side. He was a big guy. He got out and he pushed the car back over. I don't know how he did it. To this day, I'd never understand how he I mean, it's not a big car, but he pushed the car back over on its wheels, and we were able to, believe it or not, yet again, that little car, we crippled it home. We later found out that it had an axle bent in the back. It's a solid rear axle, and it was bent pretty bad. So we pulled the axle out, and what would he have been? My wife's mother's new husband? I don't even know what you would call that at this point. He took the axle in, he heated it up, beat it straight as he could, and then we put it back on the car, and I, again, continued driving the car. This car is probably one of the strongest, toughest cars that I have ever had to date, and I forgot all about it until today. I know it's a Chevy Cavalier is what it is, you know, it's a Chevy Cavalier, but I forgot about it because I haven't seen one of these J2000 Sunbirds in forever. Let's see if it runs. It's dead. Oh man. Shut up, Siri. I guess it's dead. It doesn't even try. It's only got 83,000. No, it's a 5-digit odometer. I was gonna say, no way, it's only 83,000 miles. 108,000 maybe. Still not too bad. Yeah, the battery's dead. What a shame. Anyway, sorry for rambling on, guys. That was a story that I really wanted to share it with you, because I hadn't seen one of these in so long. It's been so long since I've seen one of these cars, and it brought back a lot of memories. It takes me back, and it makes you remember where you come from. You know, that kid that was married and had kids and was broke, poor, had no prospects, no real education to speak of. And this is kind of one of my very first cars, and finding it here, it just took me way back, and it reminded me, hey man, you've come a long way. You've come a long way. So we're back over to the repo side, and we've got a 2018 Fiat 500 with 69,000 miles on the odometer. This is your 500X 4C, whatever that means. Maybe it means it's all-wheel drive. This is a lot bigger than the Fiats that I'm used to, and that's why I decided to show this one. I'm not huge when it comes to Fiats. They're not my favorite car, but I don't know. I saw this one and I thought it's interesting, to say the least, and I definitely wanted to check it out. It's got cloth seats. Oh, it smells horrible. Ugh. Wow. I didn't expect that. It looks relatively clean, but it smells so bad in here. What do these people do with these cars? Oh my. My allergies are already not good. Let's crank this down a little bit. All right, well, what an interesting gauge layout. Your speedometer is on the left, tachometer is on the right, and then in the middle you've got all your digital instruments, your readings and things like that for fuel and coolant temperature, temperature outside, gear selection, mileage, door ajar, all of that good stuff. This is different. I don't know. I don't really know what I think about this. It just says settings. There we go. Okay, so you get a digital speedometer in the middle too. That's really nice. I like that. Air conditioning, ice cold, traction control. You got your parking sensors, hazard lights, your infotainment, all right here in this little screen. Climate control, like I said, air conditioner works. It is ice cold. I don't know what this is. It's got an X on it, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Gears. Yeah. Forward seemed to take a little while. It was a little slow going forward. Yeah, it's very slow going forward. So in reverse, she takes off immediately. But in drive, there it is. That's weird. 69,000 miles. Important window works. Dark tinted windows. Less important window works. Brakes feel good. Steering feels nice. I'm thinking about taking this one out on a drive. I guess that's your... Oh, it's got two glove compartments. One there and one there. Looks like there might be some receipts in this one for work. Oh, wow. $1,079. Okay, I'm not going to show you guys that because it's got somebody's personal information on it, but it smells so bad. It really does. It smells really bad in here. It's got your Beats audio. Used to call it Beats by Dre. I guess he sold it or something. And your typical multi-air that they use in Dodge Darts, and well, pretty much every other Dodge and Chrysler came with a 4-cylinder. Sounds good. Tires are good. Missing a center cap on this side. I think we're going to buckle up, take this one out for a ride. All right, so we're going to take her out on a ride here. And when you put it in gear and hit the gas, it seems like there's a delay before it actually gets into drive and is ready to go. That is a little concerning, but we'll see how it shifts once we get it out to the test track. Am I interested in this? Because I know there's going to be people saying, you're not even interested in this. I actually am. I think it's different. It's unique. I kind of like it, but I'd like to get a better idea of how it rides before I can make a determination on whether or not I actually want to spend money on it or not. Now, if you would be interested in seeing this kind of bizarre car on the channel, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I'm gonna get her the rest of the way to the test track, and we'll take her for a little ride and see how she does. All right, we've made it to the track. We've got somebody out here already, so we're gonna be kind and get way out of the way so they have plenty of room. And once they make their way across, there they go. Here we go. All right. It's slow. Yeah, it's I wasn't to be fair, I was not expecting a fast car, right? But it's definitely slower than I would have expected. I'm gonna back up, give ourselves a little bit of extra room here. There we go. All right, you ready to see how fast this thing goes? Here we go. A little bit of torque steer there. Oh man, we were flying. Now, for those of you that did not notice, and you're gonna say, oh my God, you were breaking the law. It's private property. But anyway, aside from that, that's kilometers per hour, not miles per hour. Okay, so if you didn't catch that, I wanted to clarify. Go back and watch that part again. You'll see it says kilometers per hour. So we were fine, guys. I didn't expect it to be a fast car, but it's definitely slower than I thought it was going to be. Very unimpressive, uneventful, and honestly boring is the way this car felt to me. So I'm gonna put it back, and I'm gonna hang it up. I'm gonna forget that I saw this little car. I mean, it's an interesting, you know, it's an interesting little car, but I'm not interested in it. Now, here's a little car that I just absolutely love. It's a 2018 Malibu with almost 100,000 miles on it. Again, with a repo, but it's got good tires. The body looks good, and, you know, 92,000 miles doesn't exactly scare me away from it. Just depends on what the condition is on the interior and what things look and sound like under the hood. It's an LT, so, you know, it's got a few options, but nothing crazy. It's cloth. Ooh, somebody tore up that back console there, so that's nice. But it's all plastic, relatively cheap and easy to replace a lot of these parts. That's, oh, it smells like pot. Do people still call it that? I don't know, man. Yeah, it smells heavy of the Mary Jane there. Let's just call it that. Maybe it's less offensive if you call it that. Oh, and look in the, you see it? Yep. Here's a, okay, well, ooh, and I just fell into it. Wow. This is my driving position. The steering wheel is right here, and I can't even reach the steering wheel. Yeah. This is the position right here. I guess you have to drive holding the bottom. I can do that. I can hold the bottom of the steering wheel. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm about to, woo! It's potent in here, guys. Let's go ahead and fire it up. There was a time these things would have came. Yeah, let's turn that down. All right. There was a time that these things would have come with a V6 under the hood, you know, and now they're well, they killed the Impala, and now you get the Malibu. I think is the biggest car that they make is the Malibu, and it comes with an Ecotec 4-cylinder, little turbo 4. It's a shame. Always loved these cars, really. I mean, I just always have been a fan of these cars. You got your little plus and minus for your shifts up and down. She goes right into gear forward. Backward, it's also out of gas. How out of gas? It's extremely out of gas. Like, very much so. However, there's no check engine light, and the air conditioning it's on defrost. Let's turn it on right here and see how the air conditioning feels while we're waiting on the AC to do its thing. Nice tinted windows. Express up and down works. Important window works. Less important window works. You don't get express up on that one. Steering feels good. Brakes feel good as well. Brakes actually feel really good. Nice little infotainment center right here. Radio works like it should. I don't know what else this comes with. Does it have navigation? Maybe. OnStar Nav. Oh, of course, you got to pay for it. So that's nice. Nice little touchscreen interface, though. Messaging. And I guess, yeah, you can't use that. So very limited features, but everything seems to work like it's supposed to. Let's pop the hood real quick. Air conditioning, by the way, is ice cold. It is really, really nice. This car needs a serious detail, a very, very serious detail, and an ozone to get that smell out of here. Wouldn't be the easiest thing to sell this car in its current state to somebody, you know what I mean? A few little dings here and there. Overall, not bad, though. And with 100,000 miles on it, or almost 100,000 miles on it, I'm going to say it's probably not going to be a very expensive unit right here. She runs great, nice and quiet. Turbo's easy to access, real easy to get to. I like that. This is decent, guys. Believe it or not, I would test drive it. I'm actually interested in this one. I would be very interested in bidding on this. And I would love to take it for a test drive, but it is so far out of gas, I don't think I want to risk it. I'm going to have to kind of rush through this. It looks like we got some nasty weather moving in. Welcome to Oklahoma. What time is it? It's oh hell, it's pushing 5 o'clock. I've been here all day. This is crazy. I'll tell you something. In a way, this is work because you end up walking a lot. There's a lot of walking involved with this. Let me take a picture of this real quick. But on top of that, the heat, man. The heat just, and the humidity. That's what makes it worse, is the absolute nasty heat and humidity out here. Anyway, it is work, but at the same time, it's kind of amazing. This is where I was going with that story. When you enjoy doing something, like checking out cars, taking it for test drives, making videos and stuff, when you enjoy doing it, it's not nearly as hard as if you're going to like a 9-to-5 where you had to be there. You know, this is something I enjoy doing. I like doing this for you guys. You guys seem to enjoy watching, and that makes it worth it. It makes it a fun job to have. All right, moving right along down the line. Again, these are all, we got tons of repos, guys. We've seen this one before, and it's still here. It's a 2015. It's a baby Benz. It's a GLA 250. And it's got 100,000 miles on it. Tires look good. It's got AMG wheels. I kind of like it. I don't think I paid it much attention before. I remember that we looked at it. I just don't remember much about it. Oh, it smells like straight ass. What? I can't. I don't know. I don't understand why these things smell so bad. And it's mostly the repo units. Mostly the repo units that just, the smell is, uh-oh. Don't tell me it's dead. It's probably dead. It's a Mercedes. Of course it's dead, right? Oh, someone left the ignition on. That's nice. That was real kind. I was going to test drive this one. I wanted to drive it. It's still here, which means nobody's bought it, which means they might be willing to let it go for a little bit cheaper. It is a baby Benz. It's got no options, really, as far as a Mercedes is concerned. It's pretty bare bones and basic. The interior's kind of tore up, you know, 100,000 miles. You got a lot of scrapes and someone was smoking, so you got lots of... Siri, shut up! God, I'm about to switch back to Android. I don't remember Android ever interrupting me when I was talking. It's like iPhone is listening to me all the time. Everything I say, it's always listening. Well, there goes that one. I wanted to drive it because if this thing rode and drove well, even though it is a baby Benz, I'd go ahead and throw some bids on it. Sure. It's a nice body style. I actually kind of like it. But since I can't start it, I don't have my jump pack, we're going to have to skip it. I'm not going to make you guys walk through this whole thing with me. Let me move along and let's see if we can find something else. Maybe from the movie Twister 2. I don't know. How about that? Look at that thing. Huh. What is this? I guess it's measuring wind speed, right? You guys tell me. I don't know what the heck that is. All right, I'm gonna bite. Let's check it out. Let's see if it's got any, does it have any equipment? Oh, the equipment would all be in the back and you can't get there from here. It's bolted up. This is a 2015 Ford Transit Connect XL with 146,000 miles on the odometer. Well, she don't run good. Well, it cleaned up. It's running all right now, I think. Whew, let's get that air on. I'm telling you, man, the humidity is just, it's horrible out here lately with all the rain we've gotten. It's been pretty bad. Oh, air conditioning's ice cold. That came on real fast. Important window works. Less important window works. It's got a kind of a rough idle. Steering feels good. Brakes feel good. We got a TPMS light on. Reverse. No backup camera, I guess. Drive. Goes right into gear. Does the radio work? Radio works. Radio actually sounds pretty decent in this. Very echoey. Echo! Yeah, very echoey in here. Got a little 12-volt outlet. It's got no options, guys. This thing has absolutely nothing. I could have swore there's supposed to be like a screen back there or something where maybe you could have a backup camera, but I don't see anything. I don't see anything up here either. So it runs good. I'm not really interested in something like this, but it wouldn't hurt to see what it's got going on back here. This looks like it might have been some kind of a weather vehicle. Yeah, anything that was in here is long gone, so maybe those are just vents. I think that's just ventilation. You see? Yeah, that's just ventilation. Damn. How about a well-abused 2016 Lexus 200t, I think. Is that right? A 200t? An RC 200t. Sorry, I'm not a Lexus person, but this one caught my eye, even though it's just a little baby Lexus. It's a repossession, and she's seen better days. The window tint is bubbling pretty badly all over the back. As if that's not enough, it's got major paint damage. The bumper's cracked, heavy scratching. The paint doesn't match. Then over here, you've got like this entire fender liner has fallen out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. There's a lot of damage up under here as well. The bumper doesn't fit quite right. You've got tons of paint damage here because this bumper used to be silver. Someone didn't prep it, they just painted over it. So yeah, there's the paint's just peeling off of it. It's still not a bad car. Ooh, big dent right there. That'll be fun to get out. It's not a bad car. It does have 100,000 miles on it, and if the body's telling you anything, it should be that It wasn't an easy 100,000 miles that was put on this car. Oh, but you just kind of fall in. This gives you an idea of how base model it is. You've got no buttons where buttons should be. So lots of options missing on this car. Let's see, is it push to start? Sure, let's see what it does. Well, okay, that's a great song. I love that song. I do. I love that song. But no, that's going to get us a monetization strike. Oh, fuel is empty. So probably not a good idea to drive it. That's great. Every time I find something that I want, that I am interested in, yeah, I don't get to I don't get to drive it, man. Good Lord. Let's turn this on auto. Let's get this air conditioning going and see how that works. You got your normal modes, then you've got economy, and then you've got sport. And you've got low fuel constantly. Low fuel, low fuel, low fuel. Thank you. We get it. We know. The hood is open too. Great. Thank you. All right. It seems to run well, and the interior is pretty cool. You fit right into this seat too. I like the seat a lot. Like really, I really like this seat. The steering wheel, very nice. It'd be nice if it had a V6 instead of the little 4-cylinder, but important window works. Less important window works. You have no sunroof at all, and this center stack, really unique. Very angular, it's very jagged, it's kind of all over the place, and somehow it works. I actually like it. You know, most cars today, everything is smooth and it blends in. They said to hell with all that back in 2016. I mean, you can look at this deep recess here to the screen, and then the vents pop out, and then the climate control sinks back in. It's all over the place. A couple USBs, an aux. Yeah, okay, audio menu. Let's go ahead and put it in gear. Brakes feel good. Got a nice little backup camera there. Goes right into reverse. Drive. Right into drive. Steering feels good. Brakes feel good. Air conditioning is ice cold. That feels real nice. It's got some... Well, that sucker blows too, man. Wow. That's nice air conditioning. If... and only if this thing was not completely out of gas, I would love to take it down the track and see how it does. It's a different car. I've never had one of these on the channel. I've had very few Lexus on the channel. Lexus, whatever. I've had very few Lexus vehicles on the channel, and it's been a really long time since I had one. This would be really awesome. I like it. It's a very sporty looking car. Like I said, that air conditioner will freeze you out, so we can probably turn that. There it is, off. We don't need that right now. You got paddle shifters. Very nice. And it runs like a top. Sounds good. Sounds real good. Not bad. All right, well, let's pop the hood. See what it looks like under there real quick. It says the hood is already open, so try not to hit this car next to me. We'll pop it again anyway, just to see. Oh. There it is, a little 4-cylinder turbo right there. Itty bitty little thing, man. What size is that? Looking up here, it is a 2.0 liter. Just a little 2.0 turbo. I don't see anything leaking. I don't smell any oil burning. Good pressure on the cooling system. Brake fluid is clean. It actually looks like, aside from the body damage, it looks like mechanically it was probably well taken care of. Let's see what the oil looks like. And it is clean oil as well. Yeah. Body's a little tore up on it, but mechanically I think this is a good one. Well, moving right on down the line, I found a 2012 Volkswagen Golf. It's not a GTI. Sorry, guys. And it's probably an automatic. I don't remember. It's got good tires. I love the red color. The body looks to be in good shape. 91,000 miles, which means everything is probably wrong with it at this point. Honestly, though, it doesn't look too bad. Everybody warns me to stay away from Volkswagen, Audi group cars. They're notoriously problematic, expensive to fix, unreliable. And I have listened. For the majority of the time I've had a channel, I have listened. I've had a couple Audis and Volkswagens on the channel, none recently. Oh, hell, this thing runs great. Is this a repo? I don't think this is a repo. I don't see it. Ooh, what is that? Oh. Yeah, that's... Good Lord. Some of these cars, man. I just... Whew. Wow. Yep. So... This smells awful, man. I don't even want to be in this car. Important window works. What is going on here? Let's see if we get that mirror working. Okay, the mirror works. Yeah. Important window goes up and down. Less important window does not function at all. Air conditioning, it's got AC, and the best part is there's no warning lights on the dash, which is pretty impressive for a Volkswagen. It's an older one. It's not a GTI. It's an automatic. This is not going to be a highly desirable car. Why don't we take this one for a ride? What I'm trying to tell you is I think we can afford this one, guys. I think this is one that we could, I think this is one we could actually afford. All right, off to the track we go. I'm going to turn this air down. Very nice. I think that's why they put these strips in the middle of the road here. You can really test out your suspension. See what I mean? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, you can get run over out here. Like, no joke. This strip right here, definitely make sure you can check out the suspension. Hit those bumps and we don't hear anything. So suspension sounds good. Steering feels good. I'm gonna get her over to the track real quick. Oh, I'm very cautious rolling around out here, man, because it's sketchy sometimes. People just don't look where they're going. All right, let's see what she does. Oh, wow. This thing gets it. Wow. This thing is nice. It smells absolutely disgusting. But this is a nice little car. I really like this. I do. Let's put it in reverse. I'd like to get it up to 60. There's no backup camera. It's a very basic car. It's got like nothing, absolutely nothing that you would want from a car today. Let's see if this, it's got to be the switch. Yeah, the window works. It's just the switch. No warning lights on the dash. She's up to temperature. It even has gas. Does the radio work? Radio works. Air conditioning's cold. What more do you want, man? All right, let's give her the beans here and let's try to get her up to 60. Oh wow. We did it. We hit 60. And in plenty of time, slow down. The brakes feel absolutely great. There's no pulsating, there's no pulling, no dragging, nothing. This is a good little car. And out of all the cars I've looked at today, I think I want this one. And I can't believe I'm saying that. It's actually a quick little car. It's not like, it's not fast. You know, I mean, I've had fast cars, but it is definitely a quick little car. We're going to put it back where it came from. I'm going to take a picture of this number here so I can go home and put it on my watch list. I may even throw a proxy bid on this one. And a proxy bid is just where a proxy, sorry, see, that's all I'm saying. A proxy bid is where if I'm not going to be available for the auction tomorrow, and this auction lasts for hours, guys, so you have to sit and dedicate a lot of time to watching the entire auction run through. You know what, let's go this way. You put a proxy bid in, basically you set it and forget it. If I say I want to pay no more than $4,500 for this particular car, I put the bid in and it will bid automatically, incrementally for me as the bids progress until it reaches my bid or until I win the car, one or the other. And that's the way I prefer to do it on this particular auction, just because it's such a long running auction. It's much easier for me to just throw in the bids, proxy bid everything, and then I come back later in the day and find out if I won anything. And lately I haven't won very much from here, but still, this is a car I think I'd like to put a bid on. I would absolutely love to bring this home. Well, I've put her back where we found her, and I've been watching the temperature gauge. Everything seems to be really nice. It's just the smell in here is it's just so bad. I think an ozone will probably take care of it, though. We'll pop the hood. Let's take a quick peek. Just make sure we don't smell anything burning or... 2.5 liter, I know nothing about Volkswagens, like absolutely nothing. So I can't tell you if this 2.5 is a good engine or not. Not a clue. All I can tell you is she's quick. She is, man. She scoots. And it sounds absolutely great under the hood. A little bit of blow by. Very interesting that I don't see any oil on the dipstick. That's, you know, normal. Well, whatever. It seems to run all right. It sounds all right. I'm gonna put this one on the list of cars to bid on tomorrow. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for the day before these storms move in. I got a bit of a drive to get back to the house, but I wanna thank each and every one of you for taking time to watch my videos. If you enjoy them, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button and let me know, and definitely drop your comments below and tell me what you think of the cars that we reviewed and what you think of the test track. I think that is just an absolute game changer, and I love coming to dealer auto auctions. So until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.